Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Tau, Virtuals, and SPX 6900 price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're going to start with Tau on the all-time history, where we have an impulse toward the upside here, wave A or wave 1, given direction of the market is toward the upside. Of course, we are looking at something very sideways, which is a very clear correction, and this correction has, of course, several options or possibilities here. The first one is, of course, the triangle A, B, C, D, and a E. We have finished a potential wave E, and you move towards the upside in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. For a wave C to hit, of course, around the 1,000 and the $870 for Tau. Another possibility for this correction is a finished W, X, and a Y. You finished here a truncation as well, where you didn't reach exactly the 1-to-1 fib level, a little bit, of course, far from it, and you start to see an impulse towards the upside as a wave 1 here. You got a potential wave 2, and then another 1, 2, and you move towards the upside. Now, in case that also that this is a bigger wave 2 unfolding, meaning even if we take the low here and we drop down a little bit, you still have a possibility, of course, for a bigger wave 2 here, that it might be unfolding between the 0.618 and the 0.786, 3 ways down, 3 ways up, and an impulse toward the downside as a wave C, and of course pushing towards the upside, of course, for higher prices. By all means, for Tau, we are looking here for higher prices in any case scenario for this correction. We saw, of course, after this massive drop for the crypto market, we saw Tau, of course, very strong, coming back, of course, for higher and impulsively. And let's see it, of course, on the lower time frame. So on the 2 hours chart, as you can see, we have this rebound for a Tau after the massive drop. We saw a clear impulse as a potential wave 1. Another correction here in 3 ways towards the upside, and of course unfolding something as an impulse, which is of course very understandable as an ABC expanding flat. Currently, we are looking, of course, at some strengths here, showing higher prices on the 1 hour chart, a potential 1, 2, and of course another 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 still unfolding toward the upside. And of course, as we can see, the continuation for higher prices is still there. We can be in 2 possibilities here, whether you are in an ending diagonal for a wave 5 here, or you are, of course, in a bigger impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, which it might turn even in double 1, 2, and a wave 3 for higher prices in the bullish scenario that we saw on the daily. Yep, so that was it for Tau. Higher prices confirmation, of course, is given by taking the invalidation of anything impulsive here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, of course, invalidation taken. Let's move to the next one, which is virtuals. For virtuals, on the all-time history, we are looking at 1, 2, 3, and we have a wave 4, and we're looking for a wave 5 towards the upside to reach the $10 and the $17 in between, of course, as a wave 5. Now, it is very likely, of course, this WXNY finished wave 4 or a wave B can unfold even a potential ending diagonal. Because what we are looking at right now is, of course, a zigzag, a potential wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 continuation for higher prices. It can simply take the high and drop down, of course, or it can transform to something as a leading diagonal wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 towards the upside. So this is, of course, a possibility here for bullish or for a new all-time high for virtuals, unless, of course, the scenario here of a triangle is still playing where you have an A, B as a zigzag, and you're looking for a wave C, D, and an E, and then starting the move towards the upside again for a wave C. Currently, if we move inside it to detect a little bit much more answers here, we have already a potential ABC. As you can see, this is only one impulse, finishing, of course, a wave C, and we got a drop down. Currently, of course, we took, in case we are in a 1, 2, 3, looking for a wave 4, 5, well, the wave 4 took the invalidation, and that means, of course, it has finished up as a zigzag there. Now, for virtuals, of course, this drop down is represented, of course, in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Can be possibly finished, of course, as an ABC zigzag, unless, of course, we're still looking here at 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 that it might still be unfolding. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So currently, of course, invalidation of this potential scenario is given there, invalidation of bearish, which is the price 1.16. Therefore, right now, since we took the invalidation of the bullish, we might be looking, of course, for something moving for higher. However, for virtuals, it doesn't look very, very strong, honestly, as a retracement here. But in case that we are in double 1, 2, because we start to see something moving for higher right now, can be, of course, a possibility here of double 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, of course, something to unfold. Now, confirmation for this is, of course, taking this high and, of course, confirmation for higher, because you would like to see, of course, the 5 ways up, the 3 ways down, continuation, breaking the high as confirmation for higher prices. So if this is the case here, that is going to happen, yeah, very likely to unfold something, of course, for higher. Your target, in case that we move for something higher here, can be, of course, the wave 3 as an impulse between the 1.618 and the 1.27 in this blue box. $1 is a very psychological number anyway, which it might, of course, unfold something probably for higher. But even if we see something higher, doesn't mean directly that we move something bullish and something for new all-time high. You still need, of course, to break the invalidation of bearish in case we are in 1, 2, 3, wave 4, and then wave 5 to unfold toward the downside. Yep, so these are the possibilities and the key levels, of course, for virtuals to be watched. And we'll see, of course, what's going to happen next. The next one we have here is the SPX6900. We're gonna go also to the all-time history here, where we are looking at a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Toward the upside, probably finished topped here for wave 3 in the blue count, 1, 2, 3, and you're looking for this wave 4, and still looking for a wave 5 toward the upside. Now, this wave 5 had took the high, of course, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, very clear impulse, and we got kind of like a clear correction here as an ABC, probably hitting, of course, a wave 2, 0.618, 0.786, which is the perfect fib levels for a wave 2. And in this case, of course, you might start to see something moving toward the upside here as an extended wave 5, and that means, of course, we might get an extension here rather than having, of course, finished wave 5 over there for wave 3 as well. Yeah, so it can be over there. But before this, of course, we need to confirm it, of course, that we are moving for higher and that we are not in something impulsive here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, very low possibility since we are very close to the 1 to 1 fib level. If we dive inside it here, you can see clearly that, we have finished a potential impulse here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Finished already in the blue box as expected. And currently, we're looking, or we are estimating, a potential, of course, 1 to 1 fib level here in case that this is a correction. Now, the probability, of course, because this is a low there, it can be that you have finished, of course, your count over there. But also there is a probability, because this looks impulsive, failing to take the low, it might mean a truncation, which it can be, of course, a reversal here. By all means, if the price breaks above this 1 to 1 fib level, that might be an indication, of course, for something very bullish is unfolding over there. It can be, of course, the 1 ABC wave 2 and then 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 towards the upside. Or in case of a truncation and that we have finished the wave 2 over there, that means, of course, you can have already started right now double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 towards the upside. A signal given, of course, for this potential scenario is breaking above the $0.59 for SPX 6900. That was it for Tau, Virtuals, and SPX. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.